I was selected for an officers candidate school. They took over what they call a Ludovica Academy. Ludovica Academy used to be like a West Point of Hungary, you know, in a small scale. You have to go through a test that how you feel about the Third Reich, how you feel about the communism, how you feel about the Jews. Would you follow order blindly if whatever order was given to you? So naturally, I mean, I had to sign everything okay, because that's the reason I wanted to get in, to get the information. I was there on a training, and after I was trained, they put me into the headquarters division in Budapest. I had the first-hand information of everything, naturally. I was given full confidence, naturally. In fact, they even gave me the pencil cross, you know. I never even been in a pencil because they liked me so much, you know. So I just show you this, you know, what sometimes personality can do to achieve things. And giving me a what they call a headquarters car, which was a Mercedes with the two flags on the front, you know, with the German headquarters flag and a regular German flag. And I used this car. That was my car to use whenever I go anywhere, whenever for every reason I had to go. And then when they started to build the ghetto in Hungary, and when they built the ghetto in Budapest, see, by this time all the people in the outlying areas, they were deported. The only people who left, they were the people of Budapest, Jewish people. They made the ghetto in Budapest, and we had some friends, you know, who were Jewish people who work in the newspapers and so on. So I picked the first person I picked up. It was my cousin, who was a Jewish guy, Dr. Markovich, and I took him into my aunt's factory. Now, first time we never thought of it to open the hole and put him in, you know, in a sewer system. We just told him, you just hide underneath the benches and sleep there and everything what you can do, you know. Then more and more people I picked up. My aunt became panicky because they have to feed these people. It wasn't just like leaving people right there, you know, and on their own. They couldn't get out to buy food. Besides, there was no food available, you know. So what happened, we had to find a place for them to hide. So we, as an experiment, I said, let's see what's behind the wall. What we thought at the time, to be honestly, I thought we didn't know this was a sewer in between. We thought the wall only separated the two parts of her factory. Until we opened the wall, then we seen that this was actually a big hole there where the sewer system was. He said, that's perfect. We can put the people right here. And my aunt set up a little kitchen and started to feed first 2 people, first 3 people, and more as I brought them in. And I had a free ride on a ghetto because I had a German military car. I had always wear my helmet because it looks very impressive, you know. And I went in and I took people out, you know, from the ghetto with no questions. Nobody asked questions. You know, I always told them I take them to the headquarters for questioning. And instead of this, I took him to my aunt's place, you know. Her husband was petrified again, you know. He wouldn't even close to the place. He just stayed to their home. He was afraid if anybody find out, he will be the first one to be shot. So he was a chicken, as like I said, you know, and he had absolutely nothing to do with it. Everything, all the credit goes to my aunt and my cousin, who helped at a young girl at the time, I believe was 12 years old, or who helped cooking and everything to the people. Then we had to get food. So I just went all kind of places, you know, in German uniform, and I just took whatever was there. I went to restaurants, back room and everything, And I had my machine gun with me. I told him, that's for the German army, that's for the German army. And then when I went to the German army, where they feed us, in Ludovic Academy, I just took everything for the headquarters there when I can get hold to help my aunt feed the people. Because you could not buy anything, any food, because there was no food and the money was worthless. So my aunt many times went out to the outlying areas and gave all her jewelry, her rings, you name it, everything, in order to get food, in order to feed all these people. But this time there were at least, in my estimation, 60 people still left in it, in the place. Now feed 60 people just one meal a day. It's not easy, to keep them alive.